last night I had the chance to stay in this incredible little cabin behind me on this 36-acre plot just outside of Dripping Springs, Texas, in the beautiful Texas Hill Country, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love this house almost as much as I did. So let's go check it out. Welcome to Rancho Balcones Robles, or Rancho Balcones Robles, depending on your preferred pronunciation. Either works, but this is a 36-acre property right in the heart of the Texas Hill Country, just outside of Dripping Springs, Texas. We're about an hour west of Austin and about an hour and 20 minutes north of San Antonio. You're only 20 minutes away from the wine country and less than an hour away from 50 breweries and 15 distilleries, making this a perfect home base for a weekend getaway. So let's show you around. So this beautiful Naturalist cabin is right around 536 square feet, which is just over our traditional definition of a tiny house, being capped at around 500 square feet. But I think this is a perfect size, a perfect middle ground between a tiny house and a smaller home. And especially for those of you that feel like you need just a little bit more space, like you need that ground level bedroom, like you need that bathtub in your house, then I think this is going to be a perfect little place to get some inspiration from. So the inside of the house measures about a little over 15 feet in width and about 35 feet in length, giving us that 536 square feet of floor space on the ground floor. And in addition, there actually is a bedroom loft above, but technically it doesn't give us more square footage, but there is that extra sleeping space up there that sleeps an extra 2 people. So walking up to the Naturalist cabin, the first thing you're gonna notice is that beautiful front porch. It's a covered porch and it spans the length of the house about 35 feet and offers a great place to sit and relax, enjoy a cup of coffee, to watch the sunset. Luckily, the sun does set on that side of the house, so this affords you a really great place to relax and unwind after a long day of exploring the property. They have quite a bit of trails to hike throughout the property to go out and explore the surrounding area. And they also have a corral and a chicken coop, so you can go and visit the donkeys that they have. They have 3 donkeys here, Bert, Ernie, and Grover, and they actually provide some carrots so that you can go and give them a little snack. It's so cute watching them just crunch on the carrots. Definitely was one of my favorite things to do during my stay here. I probably spent about 30 or 45 minutes out there just hanging out with the donkeys and exploring that little area in front of the cabin. There's also a handful of cats on the property, which you'll probably run into at some point, or I should say they will find you first. But they love hanging out on the porch and getting lots of love and attention. Despite the beautiful property surrounding this little cabin, my favorite part is inside, and you're seeing that right behind me right here. So when you walk in through that front door of this little Naturalist cabin, on the left-hand side, you're going to see my favorite part of this cabin, which is that kitchen. This kitchen is definitely one of the most beautiful kitchens I have ever seen in a tiny house or a cabin or any house of this size. It features butcher block countertops with white appliances and that beautiful white shiplap behind, giving you that traditional farmhouse look. On the left-hand side, we have a full-size fridge stocked with fresh eggs from the chicken coop, as well as some carrots that you guys can use to feed the donkeys. And of course, plenty of space to store all of your items in the fridge and the freezer. In addition, we have a microwave and some popcorn if you guys want to indulge, as well as a double toaster and a coffee machine. We have a full-size dishwasher, which is a massive luxury in a space of this size. And right next to that, we have the centerpiece of the kitchen, this beautiful white ceramic farmhouse sink with the gold fixtures. It's definitely my favorite thing about this kitchen, and it really ties everything together. On both sides of the sink, we have tons of butcher block countertop space for you to prep and make meals. And to the right of that, we have a 4-burner gas range equipped with an oven, so you definitely won't have a shortage of ways to cook. So you'll have that oven, you have those 4 burners, you have the microwave if you need a quick meal, and there's also a little grill outside that you guys are welcome to use during your stay here. And lastly, we have tons of open shelving and open open cabinets. The open cabinets is something we don't see every day in tiny houses, but I honestly really like the idea of it because the fact that you can see everything out in the open actually makes you want to keep those areas nice and clean and organized. In the kitchen and dining area, we also have this beautiful picnic style live edge dining table, which really ties in the living room to the kitchen, giving you that center location to congregate, to have some coffee, read a book, and most importantly, to share a meal if you guys come with a larger party. I also love the 2 lamps that come down and hang right above that little picnic table. There's also a beautiful wood fireplace between the kitchen and the living room that you guys are welcome to use when it gets a little colder out here. Thankfully, it is the beginning of September, so it is still quite warm out here, so I didn't need to use that, but you guys have that available for your use in the coming winter months, and I can assure you that it gets very, very cold out here in the middle of the night, so it is quite handy to have that available for your use. Now moving on to the middle of the cabin, we have the living area. In one corner of the living room, we have this massive couch that almost functions as a day bed. It's about the size of a twin size bed, and in fact, there actually is another twin size bed that pulls out from the bottom of the couch, giving you extra sleeping space for 2 people out here. And across from that is one of the coziest spots in this entire cabin, which is the little reading nook right under the stairs. This is probably my favorite place to hang out in this entire cabin. I spent some time yesterday reading there and just hanging out. It may even be a good spot for a nap, though I didn't quite get there. You can't extend your legs all the way, I guess depending on how tall you are. I'm not very tall, so if I can't do it, I'm assuming most of you guys can't either. But most importantly, a really cozy spot to read a book. The set of stairs above the reading nook will take you up to the bedroom loft. The bedroom loft is quite big. It's about half of the size of the footprint of the cabin, and there is a queen size bed up there sleeping 2 people. Though I will say it gets pretty toasty up there in the summer, so if you're coming with no more than 4 guests, and I would suggest having 2 people sleep down here and then 2 people in the private bedroom downstairs. But if you're coming with a larger group, then of course there's that extra sleeping space up there. Just make sure you crank the AC up so those 2 people don't fry up there. But all in all, a very cozy spot up there. I in fact sleep in my bedroom loft, and I don't mind going up the stairs. In fact, these stairs are actually a lot more comfortable to go up and down, especially at night, so that's definitely not something you guys should worry about. Coming back down the stairs, on the other side of the cabin, the first door to your right, we're going to see the bathroom. This is a full-size bathroom with a nice vanity on the left-hand side. We have a flushing toilet, and most importantly, they have a full-size clawfoot tub, which you guys can use to take baths, and they even have a shower head to rinse off as well. And my favorite part is that they actually have that window right beside the tub, so you get some nice views of the property while you're taking a bath or taking a shower. Now, directly in front of the bathroom, in the little hallway leading up to the room, we have 2 closets on the left-hand side, and then at the very end of the cabin, we have the private bedroom. Now this ground level bedroom has sleeping space for 4 people. In one corner, we have this custom built bunk bed with twin beds, which makes for a cozy space for the kids to sleep. They even have these little cute bookshelves built into the bunk bed with a handful of books for the kids to enjoy. And on the other side of the bedroom, we have a queen size bed, of course, sleeping another 2 people. And that is pretty much it, guys. When you walk back outside of the bedroom and you walk back this way, you come to my favorite vantage point of this cabin, which is this spot right here, the way that the camera's facing. I just love being able to see how high these ceilings are. I'd say the top of where this beam is going through is probably about 16 feet or so. And even on the sides, on these corners, it's still probably about 10 to 12 feet high. So it really makes this cabin feel a whole lot bigger than 500 square feet. And I really just think that this is that perfect size for someone who is so on board with downsizing their possessions, downsizing their physical space, downsizing their financial obligations. I feel like this is that middle ground, that compromise between that 20-foot tiny house on wheels like what I live in and a much bigger house is this sweet spot in the 500, 600, 700 square feet range. I really think that more people should be considering this size of a home. People who are interested in tiny living but don't really think that they can make it all the way down to that 150, 250 square foot range. This is a really, really great compromise. And honestly, I'm starting to think that if I were to upgrade to a little bit larger house, this would be the range that I'd be looking at. And I'm drawing tons and tons of inspiration from this beautiful little cabin right here. All right guys, so that is the tour of the Naturalist Cabin on this beautiful 36-acre property just outside of Dripping Springs in the beautiful Texas Hill Country. I will leave the link to the Airbnb listing in the description below so you guys can check it out and see if they have any available dates in the coming weeks and coming months. And as always guys, if you enjoyed that tour, then I would greatly appreciate it if you left this video a thumbs up and considered subscribing to the channel so that we can continue connecting with tiny house lovers. That is it guys, I will see you in the next one.